Hello children. So here we'll discuss some important questions from the lesson Ranga's marriage. So first question, is the title suitable or is the title apt? Discuss. We can go any of the way, but more often the answer goes with yes. Yes, the title is suitable. Yes, the title is apt. And then we have to give the reasons why we consider the title suitable. So here the first reason we could give as the reader's attention is grabbed throughout the story related to Ranga's marriage, and the narrator's concern is there for getting Ranga married, knowing the desire of the young men like Ranga that he is not ready to get married early. He secretly makes a plan to get him married according to his wish, that is the narrator's wish, and he cleverly involves the astrologer in his plan and changes the or manipulates with the mind of Ranga and changes his mind. The last scene of the story also shows the result of uh, the narrator's decision, that is Ranga is happily married. Then the next important question, with where we could prepare certain type of question for the other lessons also, like what is the theme of the lesson Ranga's marriage, or what is the message of the lesson Ranga's marriage. So in short, when we talk about it, tradition has strong roots in the Indian mind, as we see here in the lesson that Ranga, he made up his mind that he is not going to get married early. He is going to marry to a girl who is matured. But unknowingly, the traditional thinking overpowers the modernity within Ranga, and he agrees to the decision what the narrator makes. Okay. Now, if we come to the lesson here, the next one, like why does the village Hoshahali find no mention in books, maybe in geography or map, whatever. So here two reasons we could find here. One is it's a hypothetical village, an imaginary village, so it's not mentioned there in any of the book. None of the map it could be found, it could be traced. Another one could be like the Englishmen, the people there in England. It is the story is written when it was the English rule here. So the Englishmen, they did not know about Hoshahali, that small village here in India, and the Indians' habit of aping them, copying them also ignored the existence of Hoshahali. Just because the people, Indians, they simply copy what the English do, what the people of England do. They simply copy. And that's why they also ignore the existence of the village. Now, if we go through the lesson, like from the right up from the lesson itself, page wise, if we see, maybe here a question can be framed like, why does the narrator not give a fancy title to this story? Somewhere here it's mentioned no fancy, hence no fancy title. Okay, so the narrator does not give any fancy title because it is a simple story of a simple village. Thus Ranga's marriage, the lesson, is a simple story of a small village in the country. That is why the writer doesn't or the writer decides to give the same title directly. Next one, what is so special about Hoshahali? What is the speciality mentioned here in this particular lesson about that village? Like or the thing like why he speaks so, here you could see why he speaks so glowingly about Hoshahali. Okay, so here the first thing it's mentioned like the doctor, even the doctor in the village who has traveled to so many places, he speaks high of the village. Then he talks about the mm, extreme soreness of the mangoes found in the village. Then talks about the extreme big leaves of a creeper, where two of the leaves are sufficient to dine. Okay, so this is the specialty of the village, which is normally not found. Then the next question here you could frame like what happened 10 years ago. So the village accountant was the first one to send his son to Bangalore in order to study. Otherwise, before that, no one else was sent from that village. That is, no one was sent out of the village for any of the purpose like studying and all. Then here, the next page, if you turn towards the first line itself, what has happened is disgraceful. Believe me. Comment on it. So this way the lines could be extracted and you can be asked to enumerate or comment on it or discuss on it. So for this we could write like many people they use English words while talking in Kannada, and the writer says that this shouldn't be done. That is, a language shouldn't be let down by mixing it with the other words. So the purity of that particular language, the sweetness of that particular language, or the originality of that particular language is lost, which is actually disgraceful. Then the next one here, in the next paragraph you could see why Ranga's homecoming was considered a great event. More often this particular question is asked in the exam and the test. So here we could have, even if I have mentioned here as point wise 1, 2, 3 mentioning there, but it's not compulsory to write down the point wise in your copy. Normally we write down in paragraphs. So here a big crowd reached there in the courtyard of Ranga's house, first thing. Then next one, that is an old lady, she came towards towards Ranga, came near to Ranga, and she confirmed whether Ranga was wearing the sacred thread or not. And the third one, that is the third thing we could mention here, that is why it was considered a great event. Once the people realized that Ranga was the same person, he was not changed, his behavior was the same as earlier, the crowd melted away, the crowd disappeared, they went back to their houses. They went back. Now from here itself, we could raise another question. Was Ranga the same person? Because here, once they realized that Ranga was the same, still had the same hands, legs, eyes. So was Ranga the same person? Another question can be framed here. So what answer will you give? Was he the same person? Ranga changed? So no, Ranga was not the same person. Here we can say that mentally he was changed. He was having different views. Slight touch of modernity could be seen in his views. So he was not at all the same person. He was mentally a changed person now. Now here, if you come to the next page, you have to read the whole lesson. That is the whole story line by line you have to go through to give the answers properly, and to the point you could write it down correctly. Now next, who was Ratna, or why Ranga fell in love with Ratna? Anyway, it can be, or both the questions can be framed here. And here it's given, Ratna was Rama Rao's niece. She was a pretty girl of 11 years, and she knew how to play the veena and harmonium. She had a sweet voice, and just because of all these qualities, she sang, her sound was, she used to sing melodiously. She knew to play veena and harmonium. Because of that quality of Ratna, Ranga was attracted towards her. Then here, if you see the next page, why was Ranga's face shriveled like a roasted brinjal? Or his face shriveled like a roasted brinjal. Comment. That way also it can be framed. Why? So here we can have the answer like Ranga liked Ratna and he was seen interested in Ratna, but knowing about her marriage, Ranga was upset, and that is why uh, this phrase is used for him. Similarly, the next page you turn over, here also one question. When did Ranga make the statement? Make this statement, and why? This statement that there is greater truth in that Shastra than we imagine. What he said is absolutely true. So when did he make this statement and why? So when he learned that Ratna was not married, he thought that surely there was something in the old Shastras that Shastras named astrology, that goes right, that is right, that goes perfectly correct. So this is how you can, even some certain more questions can be framed from the lesson. So write down all these answers properly in your copy. Thank you.